Now, before you, before you talk about me, you need to talk to me, or at least say my name. Mr. Howard, I'm assuming that your statements that you made in your earlier video when I was away on vacation and couldn't respond properly, some of the things in your first stanza was kind of mentioning some things I stated in a video. Um, and I felt that we should probably address some of those things here today in the format that you chose to express yourself. First point that I was making in my statement is that for another black man to seemingly name and come at another black man, in my opinion of what happened, because one, I don't edit a video for anybody, so I never edited anything. That was the edit done by the people who made the video. Whoever made the short for their company made that clip the way it was, so it was unedited. So if that part was aimed at me, don't even know where you got it from. But the point that was being made in the video, as I went back and watched the entire thing, I could clearly see a pattern in which a black man was being targeted, in my opinion. And I felt that was very unfairly that another black man would go up there and do that by carefully wording what he was saying, but also stating that that man did nothing but stare at him and invite him to a party. And someone else made that accusation about said man. Now, with all of that being assessed, we have to get to the grit. Now, what you do in your personal life is your personal life. I don't care. I barely make any content. Probably, I can't even think of the last thing I might have mentioned you in. We were a fan of your work as a thespian, and I think you was miscast in Red Tails, but besides that, anything else you've done solid as a thespian, as a work, and a colleague in this business. Now, apart from that, going into what you were talking about, man card, that you hashtag right here, I would not be hashtagging man card if it wasn't for this video. A man should never have to say man card. Do you understand? A man should never have a card to pull his manhood away from him. That does not mean you're a man because you hashtag man card. And for some people that don't understand that, I understand it fully. Like, I understand that this hat did not come from the men's department. I understand that as a man, you either man or you're not. That's just, I deal in absolute. So that's the situation in a nutshell. And I just think that a man who's coming up fighting for his life on trial, who you, in the statement of that interview, never accused that man of doing anything nefarious towards you besides staring at you and inviting you to a party, why would you even want to make a comment knowing what that man is facing in a negative way against that said man? I felt that was wrong, so that they can paint the picture and make the assumptions that they did towards that said man when that said man, according to your words in that interview, had not done anything inappropriate to you. Now, your mathematical equations, I that definitely couldn't have been aimed at me because I'm somebody who agrees with your mathematical principles. I believe wholeheartedly that if we're going to get to the next level mathematically, we definitely need to move and think outside the box, whether it's 3 dimension, 4 dimensions, any type of new math and new way of thinking can help us get to the next level. Now, with that being said, and we've addressed all of these things, you mentioned something about fear. It's only one group of people that I know that likes to use that word and throw that a word around a lot. It's your fear of this. Why has there got to be a fear of something? There's nothing to fear here if we're just having dialogue. So I'm speaking directly to you, dialogue to dialogue. So hopefully this addresses all your concerns moving forward, so we don't have to have these crazy discussions again. And before this wind blows the hat off my head, if you're planning to go after people, then go ahead and go after them. Name them. Name the people you're going after if you're doing it for a cause or if there's an agenda behind it. Other words, it don't make any sense if you just come after one individual, or so it looks like you're going after one individual. Because the only question I want to know is why you didn't say this in 07, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. I don't remember you saying nothing until 2025 about any of this. Why is this the time? Because he's going to jail or he's behind bars, so you're making it about him? I don't know. Your ambiguous ways of putting this content has left interpretation in the hands of the people to make their observations about. Now, let's address this other stanza that you put out, because you the one brought up man card, right? So where was your man card here? God damn, this man is got his hands all on you, and damn, he in pajamas. He already prepared for bed. This dude is literally in pajamas. This man is very loving and very caring. He is so hyper-focused on you. This scene is very peculiar. We'll speak about this. Where was the man card then? Must left it in your wallet or your purse or something like that. I don't know. Karceno. That's all you gotta say. You wanna say my name. The other people you were talking about, I have no idea. But whatever, salute to you, much success to you. Whatever agenda you own, I hope it make it. I believe in the silo company, using diamonds, artificially made diamonds for different applications. I was very much connected to that. But I also want to let you know a little something, man. When you were here in Chicago, filming Empire, I was one of the people who helped all of your staff. Not all of them, but most of those extras, I knew. That prison scene, the person you just saw, the Percy that was with Smollett in that incident, the Nigerian Bola and his brothers, we knew them. My barber, he was one of the inmates on that scene when Chris Rock got there. And, you know, I just don't want, I had to show the pictures to back up what I was saying. You know, flipping them words was that guy was on the scenes. Mr. Lee Daniels was leading you around like you was a chick on a leash. That's their words. I'm just quoting. So that was before, you know, you did the interview and all this other stuff. I'm just saying, at this time, at those times, and you talking about all this corruption and all of this, and you're doing this for the industry, you haven't said any names. You haven't done it. What are you doing? You just want to jump on the dog pile on a black man that's fighting for his life, where 90% of the stuff they saying about him is made up and fabricated, made off people's fictions, in my opinion. And from looking at evidence, what so-called evidence. And when the math isn't mathing, nobody is standing up for them because they're afraid to, because they're going after everybody who stands up for them. And we as black people don't look at that and say, something's off here. I find that to be very strange, Mr. Howard. So, I'm out.